All right. GM. We are live. We are back. And man, let me tell you something. We got Yaku. And like, I just showed you some what is Yaku. And you're probably wondering why the hell I didn't show it to you with audio. But guess what? It's okay. You know what? I got something even better for you. We're gonna about to jump into the actual game and showcase some of the latest features. And what's better with Eli and Kevin here, man? What is going on, guys? How are you doing, man? It's been a while. What's going on? Give me the vibes at the studio.
Oh man, yeah, it's definitely been a while, but we're happy to check in. On the studio side, we've been really excited. Some of the stuff we're going to showcase today, and to be honest, we're going to drop some alpha. Anytime we're with George, it's always a good time to drop alpha. So you got to throw on the alpha shades, and we'll be jumping into all the exciting stuff. Right now, we're going to showcase some of the features we've been working on, but like I said, we'll drop a little bit of hints of what's to come in the next couple of months, and it's some pretty exciting things.
Bro, I need to put the shades on because it was just so much fire. It was so much heat. The light, man. Like when I was checking out the game before, Kevin gave me that special access, and I said, "Oh, damn!" Like, let me tell you something. I can't wait to get my hands on the game. I'm telling you right now. I already know that the Discord's already probably right now asking me. Haven't even opened it, but like, when game, and that's probably going to be the $1 million question on the show all day. When game, when access. So, Kevin, man, how you doing, man? How give us like the 30-second like intro on Kevin, man. Oh, I think I got him on audio. Your audio, just check your audio settings.
Think you're muted, buddy.
He got too excited for the show, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
forgot
is.
to throw on the mic.
On the bottom of the setting, there should be a mic, and you might want to switch it to the earpods. Anyways, while we get Kevin,
On
hopefully
board.
his technical issues are not a game issues. I hope he could play. He's good at the game. What do you say, man? Is
Oh
he
no,
any good?
Kevin. Yeah, he's a gamer. It definitely looks like a businessman, but he's a closeted gamer, so I know he'll be able to perform.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Really cool to see where you guys are at. Always love to showcase games, but there. I think we hear you now, Kev. Give me the
Hello?
mic check, Kev.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Dude, we hear you
You hear
loud
me?
and clear now, man.
Perfect.
It's so hot in the studio right now because of all the shipping you guys are doing. Is that why you're having some issues?
No, I don't know. I was on my AirPod, and so now you can hear from my computer. Maybe it's my AirPod anyway.
Kev,
Thank you guys for the invitation.
yeah, Kev, give me that. Like, you tell your normal friends, people that don't know about Web3, what's that pitch that you give them on who you are and what you're building?
I guess he has a DSL.
Damn, man.
Hello, hello, hello.
We need
Now we
that.
got
Is it only me or
We need that disconnected
Okay.
gamer connection
Yeah.
coming up soon.
okay? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but yeah, we just ship. We developed it for last a few months ago. This new features, so the capsule integration in the game. So it's basically just a really few feature in our past development. Obviously, we are developing also the gameplay. We really want to focus on the gameplay for the next ship, the combats first, and also the racing game. Please take this demonstration as a very few very few development we made past few months. So we're really happy to show you that and to get your point of view.
Yeah, dude. I'm screen sharing the guy here on the build, but man, someone should have gave me a heads up because my girl is on this app, and if she sees this guy right now, man, she's gonna be like, "Holy crap! How come you don't look like that? You play games all day."
No,
All right.
we're really excited. Being that we're an MMO, one of the largest features in any MMO is obviously the character customization and making sure that your avatar is unique. We all know the end game of any MMO is to flex on everyone else, show them you're the superior gamer, and show that off through cool accessories. So we're gonna start walking you through kind of our player UX when you join the game and when you download the game, free on the Epic Game Store. Shameless plug for anyone watching, free on the Epic Game Store. But when you download the game, you'll see a menu screen, and your first prompt will be to jump into this character customization screen. So with this character customization screen, we have a number of kind of stock options that come just to give each player a little bit of individuality. But all of the traits, most of the traits that are actually going to be presented here are from the wallet. So they read the traits on the NFT, and then you're able to customize that onto your player as many times as you would like, and you can change, the DNA of your character, whether it's a Shinigami, robot, cyborg, whatever the case is. And it's really exciting just to have the ability. So let's jump in. We have our awesome dev here, Sambor, kind of demonstrating the features. So you can see at the top, we have kind of a HUD of all the different options available, from body, accessories, clothing, presets, hair, the DNA like we touched on. So that's the different races. And remember, each race eventually, because we are an MMO, will come with things like passives, unique character trees, unique skills, and all of those things. So a lot of these choices really will have an impact definitely within the gameplay, but nothing where it's pay to win. So like I said, those unique accessories that you see Sambor here with the character customization, like that gold skin from the robots, is actually a very unique trait. And you can definitely stand out, but it won't give you any game-breaking advantages. We want to make sure we balance the free-to-play players with the players who want to play and pay and accessorize and make their character unique. So you'll see here, we really put a lot of effort into making sure that every part, whether it's kind of the details of the face, the colors of the skin, the colors of the metallic accessories, the hairstyles, the hat accessories, A to Z. And the great thing is actually all of these are in-game, in-house built. So our development studio, our artist team has put a really great care in making sure that each thing is like hand-tailored and optimized for multiplayer. So I don't know, what are you thinking, George? What's the first kind of vibe on the character customization?
Man, I'll say this, right? Web3 gets a lot of hate for games because of the time it takes. But man, like, this is a beauty right here. Like, I'm okay waiting for this. Like, I'm okay with having patience for a good game to develop, right? I think that, again, crypto has always given us this 100x mentality of everything happens overnight. But good games take time to build. And like, man, to see the polish, to see the customization all within the game right now, that's what I've been talking about. Like, man, give it patience, give it time, because we will have our time. And our time is very much now coming, because you're able to finally see this. Like, we're beyond what, I remember what you guys showed Yaku maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, right? And it's like, man, to see where you are now, like, congrats. I want to say congrats first, but yeah, like, this is the type that gets me excited, because the world becomes endless with what blockchain could do to power a game, to make it more immersive, to make it more. Hey, we talk about assets all the time. We talk about like, hey, what could it be if I could actually take this character and bring into merchandise and stuff like that? This is the type of stuff where it starts. Like, hey, being able to customize to be able to make it for what I want it to be.
Right. And the great thing is, like, you kind of touched on the heartbeat of what we were looking to do, besides the fact that every MMO, customization is a staple, because, you're a virtual citizen, you need to represent yourself virtually. But one of the biggest kind of milestones that we achieved with the character customization is actually, like we mentioned, the usable assets. So now your NFTs aren't just awesome PFPs, but actually these great traits that you've purchased are now usable and, accessible on your character. And like we touched on, some of them have no in-game benefit, but some, like rare weapons or things like that, give you kind of a pretty large leg up in terms of starter weapons and things like that, where you're immediately jumping in with, a higher tier rarity weapon, and you're immediately more ready for bosses, combat, PvP, any of these things. And so we wanted to make sure that every designed kind of system that we roll out ties in the Web3 ethos of usable assets with kind of the structure of traditional Web2 gaming, with the whole MMO thing, customization. So it's definitely a balance. But Sambor is throwing together a really awesome avatar, and then you'll see how it operates. So you do everything, you connect your wallet, you customize your character in this screen. once you're ready to go and you feel like, hey, this is a character that represents me, you can jump in the world and your character is instantly shipped into the world. And not only that, your customized character is also demonstrated there as your background screen instantly. So to keep that, that consistent experience across. So right here, what you're seeing is a little bit private footage here. This is our dev playground, as we like to call it. So it's littered with all the clothing items, weapons, accessories, anything we need to test. This is generally where we test it. So most times our consumers won't see this, but our friend Sambor here was nice enough to jump into our dev playground and kind of show around. So here we'll be seeing our capsule access. Before we had our capsules as standalone levels and they were separated from the map, which, it's awesome to be able to see, but the ultimate vision is to have an open world where, you seamlessly travel from one place to the next. You walk in a building and everything within the building populates. These aren't separate levels. So that's really the system that we were looking to build out. So Sambor will show you, you go to the elevator and you load up into one of our capsules. So for those who don't know, our capsules were our player-owned housing. So there's multiple tiers of houses and players own these. They can customize, and in the future, they'll have gameplay implications with our workbenches and our crafting system. And a lot of those things will only be accessible from within a capsule. And besides that, just really cool, fun things like inviting your friends over. Each capsule has a tier. Go ahead.
How big is this open world? Like, this thing looks massive, man.
Oh yeah, in total, we call it our Lands Beyond, which includes the wider world. It's about 4,000 square kilometers, so a number of times bigger than GTA or any game really out at the moment.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah.
The level of detail into like just the scenarios, man. Like even this, man. Look at like quartz countertops freaking in the game. Like, don't show this to my girl either, man. Jesus.
Yeah, and the great thing is actually that all of these things within the capsule, they are customizable in terms of being able to move them. A lot of them in terms of color palette, the lighting, etc., and all of the kind of unique accessories. Because as a metaverse, we're looking to build out a digital economy. All of these accessories, let's say you have a great eye for interior design.
Wait, you could turn the lights off and on?
Yes.
Dude.
Major feature.
Yeah, groundbreaking feature there. But
dude,
we're looking.
That is freaking kick ass, bro. You could turn the lights on and off.
Check this out.
Like, bro, the high level of details like this. What?
Set the mood. You have a girl coming over the capsule, have to set the mood.
Hey man, like, dude, it's 2025. Everything's digital nowadays.
E-dating. Yahoo,
I might find a Web3 girl now.
That's the alpha. We're making speed e-dating in the capsules. That's really the secret alpha. But the great thing, like I was saying, is that each piece is modular. So eventually, companies will be able to set up shop and design accessories for the capsules, and you can purchase them from the in-game shops using Yahoo or Fiat, etc. So we're really looking to tie together that whole metaverse concept all together, even from even the small details we feel like play an important part in immersion.
Bro, that right there, the ability to customize on the spot like that, if you bring in partnerships and you bring in like the amount of ability to typically, and for those that are watching, and correct me, Eli, if it's different with you guys, but typically when somebody wants a partner, we have to go back and forth on, hey, the game has to build out, we have to customize all this stuff. It takes time, right? There's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of cost to the game developer, right? And so imagine, like, man, if the game developers just being able to go in there and already like make their proposal through the room itself by just customizing certain things like this. You're talking about being able to speed up partnerships to a level of self-sustaining, right? It's like on your own type thing. And that to me is truly innovating, because I don't think people realize how hard it is sometimes to sell somebody else a dream of why their IP should be in a game.
Yeah, and really the awesome part is kind of two-tiered approach for us. The awesome part is from the avatar sense, so even just the character you're represented as. We have currently 10 to 12 integrated in game with things like Bored Apes, Solana OGs like Bohemians, Fungis, really like 10 or 12 different avatars we have available. And for as far as like the customization and accessorization items, that's extremely easy. So within our roadmap, we already have something called the Creator Hub, where not only communities, but actually individuals will be able to upload their designs and sell them through our store, sell them in, maybe microtransactions. Think of how easy it would be, let's say, to set up a Mad Lad skin, and now any community member from Mad Lads who has a capsule can just purchase the skin. Mad Lad gets, a new recurring revenue source, and then so does our project. So it really just kind of aligns incentives and creates that Ready Player One world that was really the genesis of this whole idea.
Dude, man, Kev, man, you're quiet here, man. Tell me the alpha here, because like you've been working on this, you've been building on this. What are the features here that you are really excited about to bring to life, being in gaming, understanding Web 2 gaming, understanding Web 3 gaming, and saying, hey, man, the reason to build in this space was because you could see something further beyond delivering of that immersive game experience that true game development's all about. What was it here that for you that really clicked?
For me, the fact to build on Web3 is my dream is to build a digital nation. So the blockchain allowed that, exactly like Ili said, the fact that you can, and you said the fact that you can have a lot of partnership. I mean, it's like having a game fully interoperable. So basically you can have every partnership you want, everything can be plugged inside a game, and all of that is enabled by the decentralization, the wallets, the digital identities, etc. So really the name for me, the name of the dream is the digital nation, where everyone can join, have its own bank account, like their wallet and their identity with their NFT, all their assets, and do exactly what they want, and all of that in really engaging gameplays and lore to feel the. That's exactly why we did a fantasy game, because if you create a metaverse, a pure metaverse like some game did, it's very boring, because I think people want to play games because they want to exit to the reality. They want to have an experience tailored and with a lot of fantasy, and games and game/metaverse enable that. Can you hear me?
I think George.
I don't hear you. I don't. You're mute, George.
Oh damn!
Your time,
dude. Yeah, Kev, you're rubbing off, man. Look, I love the aspect of you mentioning, what excites you and what brings you to life to bring this, right? And it's a lot of being, again, the immersive experience of escaping from reality, right, into gaming. I think people forget, like, especially in Web3 gaming, they made it so monetary, they made it so financial driven that they forgot the reason why games exist. Yeah. And I think, like, bringing this to the table of giving me the game first, let me play the game, let me explore the game, and then if there's a financial reward, cool. But I want to grind the game because it's fun. Like, I want to grind the game because it gives me a reason to want to load up with my friends. I don't want it to be a job, because if it becomes a job, we all know what happens, right? After 6 months of being at work, the honeymoon stage is over, and you're just like, oh man, I gotta clock in, I gotta clock out, I gotta get my bread, this whole thing, right? So, like, man, it changes things. So I think, like, really, it's really cool to hear that from you, Kevin, to really bring that to life. All right, man, this guy's choosing weapons, this guy's choosing skins. Give me the weapons, give me all the, like, what are we, by the way, like, maybe walk us through what's the next aspect of it. Is it missions? Is it narrative? Like, what, like, who am I going to kill? Is there going to be like leaderboards? Like, talk to me, like, what all that looks like. Cause I got the metaverse. I got what the game here already. Like, I'm fully locked in now.
Yeah. So for us, really kind of our main focus on the front end, just like you touched on, George, great games take time to build. And specifically with the vision that we had, kind of the most important thing at first was for us to build the groundwork, the foundation, the infrastructure. So just for example, what people might see here is player-owned housing. What we see here is an avenue to get players skin in the game, an avenue of customization, a home where all your NFTs can live. So like those frames can be customized to house all your NFTs. And it's really to give you kind of a closed space within the world. But now, what's the most important thing of any game? The gameplay loop. So exactly like you said, what are we going to do? Who are we going to kill? What's going to incentivize players to jump in? Well, our next update, we touched slightly on it. We had a tournament of the Kami, about a 50K tournament about a year back with our combat mode, and it's only gotten better since then. So our next updates will really hyper focus on the combat mode. We're all fans here of like high, fast-paced action games. So I know Kevin loved like Final Fantasy. I was a huge Devil May Cry fan, Warframe, any of those anime. Let me flip and jump, run up the walls, and shoot. All of those things hack and slash. So our next updates will be focused all about the combat system, and it's going to take an interesting approach with the story. So those who are familiar with the story know you represent a Yakuvian who resists kind of a tyrannical force known as Saiku that's dominated the world and looks to extract all the resources and kind of has like a technological suppression of everyone. So with the next updates, we may or may not get a single player focused combat mode that is heavily tied to story and progression. And so we built out the world, but now it's time to build out the story that really connects with the gamers and, makes you want to jump in and makes you hooked on, what's going to happen next. I wonder.
Say no more, man. Like, man, Jesus, like you got me at the edge of my seat, man. I'm at the edge of my seat here. Kev, man, with what just Eli mentioned, right? Like, looks like a lot of things are coming. You guys are constantly cooking. Now, where do you see the next part of building, right? Like, what's the thing that really wants to be showcased verbally that you can't show in the game yet from what you guys are building? What's that like message that you want to send to everybody of why the next chapter of Yaku is about to start and why I need to pay attention today?
The next chapter of Yaku is clearly the gameplay, like Eli said. So really want to focus on because we build a lot of functionality, a lot of the base of the game, but now we want to we have a very good base, but now we want to make fun. So for that we need gameplays, and first we want the combats because it's more because we have two gameplay plans. We have the combat and the racing, but the combat is more advanced than the racing. Why? Because it's a little bit easier. Strangely, because for the racing, what is difficult is to rig the bike and make the bike rode in the
Physics.
Nice way. Yeah, the physics. But also because we had a very big contract with one of the biggest studio in it to create the racing game, so we wanted to leverage on that and to create the Yaku one. So we saved that time, focused on the combats. Then we released the racing game. So our dev are currently working on the combat right now, and we are hyped to show that in the near future.
I can add something in.
Yeah, go for it.
Kevin is a little bit underselling because one of the things that we'll be releasing shortly with some of these things added is our virtual human system. So that's something that I'll just tease here, but maybe towards the end we can speak a little bit more about our intelligent agents and the virtual humans that will be populating the Yakuverse world. So just a little teaser.
Dude, Kim is spilling the alpha. Look, there's something to this. Let me ask this question, right? Building these kind of games takes a lot of time and effort, and connecting a lot of this is also something. So will we see a racing game aspect where it's like its own build, and then like the combat being its own build, or will it all be included in the open world like all at once? Are you guys releasing it by chapters, or are we going to expect to like have it all on one build?
So,
no, for technical reason, I have to answer on that here. For technical reason, for now it's almost impossible to run that kind of gameplay live in the world, because it has so much it's very compute intense. So for now, the technology doesn't allow that, but for sure, when we'll have the possibility, we'll do it. But first, we'll ship that as standalone game. Obviously, not another game to download, but you will have to choose in the menu what gameplay you will need, or you can connect. I think that's why Ellie wanted to say you can. The goal is to connect in the game, and in the game you can launch a party, a racing, a fight, etc. So you can launch the gameplay in the game, but it will not. The people in the world cannot see the racing.
This is pretty common too. I mean, any game that's pretty heavy, intense on like animations and all of these things, like let's say Warframe or even GTA. When you're in GTA, you can interact socially and run around the world, do certain activities. But let's say you want to jump into a heist. Well, then you're transported to an instance, and it's only the characters within your party, and that's for like multiplayer replication purposes and all of those things. But the way it's framed in the game, you don't understand that that's a limitation of the game. You see that as a feature of the game, and so we're making sure that when we roll out the features, it feels organic, and ultimately, we want to make sure that the whole world is interactable. So let's say you want to engage in the race mode. Well, then let's go to the racetrack and you can launch from there. Spectators can watch from the outside. And so that's the ultimate vision of any metaverse. But of course, we have to do it in phases.
Yeah, no, I it's expected. I just wanted to kind of make sure that like that's exactly it, so that we know, hey, like, okay, what do we prepare for next, and how do we come? Because I don't think people know that sometimes it does take a while to be able to combine everything, right? And I'm glad that you mentioned the GTA aspect of it, because I don't think people even realize it in there, because GTA does it so smoothly of, hey, you transitioning when you're into the heist, it's transitioning into to part of the build as well. So man, like really kick ass. All right, so we're here, we're in this room. Sambor, take us down the elevator. Take us down into the main room that we were in before, man. Like, I think like I haven't even been able to explore that myself when in that room that you guys were started off. But walk me through real quick, Eli, as well. Like, what are we seeing in this main storage room crafting? Like, where do the NFTs and all that stuff transition into the game here, right? Like, I think that sometimes a lot of people will ask or wonder, like, hey, why need the asset? Why should I hold this asset? Why should I keep the asset? And I think we're going to see right now exactly why it all makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So like we mentioned, this is our dev staging area where pretty much any of the testing and new features and everything that you see rolled out are first checked out here. So Sambor, if you can head over to some of the katanas. So like we touched on the assets, first you said, why the assets? Well, all of the apartments that we were just in those are player assets, and you'll only have access to them if you own an asset. So the capsules and all the cool experiences inside, like we mentioned, are gated. Some of these weapons here, as you'll see Sambor grab them and equip them from his inventory. Some of these weapons are craftable, but others are only available, once again, through the assets. So let's say your NFT has this rare sword. Mine, I made sure to pick it up for that reason. So this will come with a number of different abilities, whether it's like a fire damage over time, whether it's just increasing your inventory capacity, the weight you can carry, a lot of these other factors that we wanted to make sure that they're more not game breaking, not anything that's going to give a huge leg up, but they're more quality of life. So a lot of the games we have noticed with like paying aspects, they help more in quality of life to, there's a reason to get them, but it's not anything game breaking. So if you can go over to our rack now there with our clothing rack there, Sambor, so we can run them through. Some of these outfits as well have huge benefits. So like if you can throw on our Cybercop outfit, our Cybercop suit there. Our Cybercop suit is another rare NFT trait, and with this Cybercop suit, it gives you a huge leg up in terms of armor and defense boosts, but also increases your inventory size. So you can just imagine for farming mats, for resource gathering, any of these things, kind of shows you a bit of how they will play in the future, and plus they look pretty sick. So, so really, like we said, we want to make sure that every asset has a purpose in game, and it's balanced with the whole play to win aspect, because ultimately, the players that we want, a lot of them will be free-to-play players. A lot of them will be people who have no experience of Web 2. So although you can jump in and, all of these are have representations in the NFTs, you really don't need any awareness of them to play the game, and there's nothing that will stop you from playing the game. It's just an added layer of benefit, like I said, with quality of life, rarity, and in the future, these are only ever issued once. So as the game increases and increases, it's like picking up those gold skins, on first launch of games. It's something that players will probably keep around as memorabilia, and who knows, could be worth a pretty penny, even just from the aesthetic standpoint in the future.
Dude, that's something really to highlight as well. I love the monkey DAO. That's awesome, bro. I didn't even realize that till right now. That's pretty sick. This is advertising here at The Beauty, right? Like, this is how you're able to connect partners with. I mean, once thousands of gamers are playing, it's like, man, when you look at Billboard in real life, right? Like, the number one thing they always tell you is like how much foot traffic goes through the door, or drive-by. But like, yeah, I think that having it like this, and imagine being able to link to the Monkey DAO and what that is, and where like truly brings out partners in a different way. With what we say, we race skills and all that stuff on the wall. Talk to us about like progression within those aspects of coming back here. Of, hey, like, will I be like able to, let's just say, if I master the racing aspect of it, I win the championships, hey, they might want to hire me to be like the guy for the next round or the next tournament. Is that the intention behind some of the stuff?
Yes. So every feature, it's actually interesting you say that. That's something that's been kind of in our roadmap for, I want to say, approximately 2 years. 2 years ago, we were at the Global Sports Business Forum, and we created a Yaku Arena. If you can run out, Sambors, to show some of the open world, we created a Yaku Arena. So like we touched on, our world is extremely huge. The arena is not here present, but it's just so you get a scale of the size of the continent of the Yakuverse. And really, we have things like a stadium set up, etc. So the whole infrastructure we built, all the advertisements, we have things where they were able to track exactly how many unique players pass by every, quadrants of the cities, the billboards, etc. We built out our entire infrastructure for that vision of having, let's say, the race mode you touched on. So we're partnered with Honda. It would be awesome to, you can imagine a Honda Grand Prix where digital racers are the athletes and brands sponsor them, whether it's skins on the bikes, whether it's decals on their actual avatar, whether it's unique experiences within the world. And we've created so this is some of our storefronts. We've created whole procedural generation systems that are proprietary, so these companies can jump in with no code experience, not have to put too much dev effort, and completely launch stores just like you see here with where you can purchase cross chain, so Solana, ETH, Fiat, a number of payment options on and off ramps. And we created that whole infrastructure. So just like you said, every game mode should link with something, kind of in the wider scope of the world, whether it's promoters, sponsors, storefronts, changing the whole retail system of how you engage in e-commerce online. All of those things are already built and already within the roadmap. And really all we're lacking, which is the next phase of our development, is really completing the gameplay loop, but everything else is there.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think is a message to send to builders, game developers, Web3 people of, it's tough to build. It's rough. It's hard, especially in public. How do you get to today's stage after so many years of being here and building this?
That's the question. For next builders, I think the main thing I can say is that a lot of stuff going in my head, but the main one is that I know the consumers want to see very beautiful things quickly, but strangely, you really need to focus first on the foundation. And it's one error we did the first years. We wanted to create. I'm sure people remember the first map, which was based on a very small Hong Kong map, and that map was beautiful, but it was completely not fast, completely not optimized, etc. So we lost some time on that, and it's the main thing I will say to developers, people who want to create games, is to focus on the foundation and create focus on the optimization. It's the key to create the game fast.
That is a key to anything that you do in life, building the foundation.
For sure. But in gaming, you have the pressure to show something beautiful, and the consumer are not don't know that, they don't know the background. So, but you have to stay focused on the foundation and create something, educate the community, explain that it's for the good to focus on the foundation first, for the good, and now we have that foundation. Of course, we can deliver some gameplay, etc. But it's very, very important.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're coming around the 40-minute marker. I mean, I'll tell you, this has been truly, truly exciting to bring on to stream. Appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity as well. And I could see, based on the comments on the Solana gaming stream that I have open on here, people are definitely saying this is crazy, this is awesome. So it's good to see and good to hear that people definitely are enjoying it and waiting for it. Give us the last piece of alpha here. When do we expect to be able to get? Is it the next 3 months, next quarter of 2026? When will we get our hands on this build?
I can say the build you're currently seeing with the capsule axis and everything, that should actually be available very shortly, probably our next update release. But as far as the combat, the skill tree and everything, I can say more than likely before the end of the year, players will get their hands on something that's fun and able to do. And like I said, we're doing it in a phased way. So, maybe the first gameplay might be something single player with only limited ability to check out our skill tree. But, we want to give you guys something tangible first, and then we'll worry about releasing the features and the rest. And last thing I'll add on my end, remember, guys, in tandem to this, Raijin Labs, which is the parent company of Yaku, is developing a whole infrastructure for AI agents and virtual humans. So imagine this metaverse with all the infrastructure, all the great things we talked about, all the gameplay, but virtual humans that are responsive in under 100 milliseconds, completely have dynamic and unique engagements with you, interactions. They have long memories, so they remember each player individually. And maybe you had a certain interaction with them that I didn't, so you might just get a secret quest with secret rewards that I might not have access to. So allowing that individual experience within the metaverse and kind of tying home, now we build the world, let's provide the soul of it. And yeah, we're just so excited about how that ties in with the gameplay and just so many things. Like Kevin touched on, the race mode we actually designed for one of the biggest well-known, we can't really say it, but one of the biggest well-known projects across the entire Web3 space. So there's a lot of development, a lot of things coming on Yaku End. We've been a bit silent, but we always put product focus first. So that's why.
I have no issue with a project being silent as long as they're building something. And then I have no issue a project being silent and then coming out with something like this, because I'm like, holy crap, you can do all the silence you want if you're going to show me this. Man, Kevin, Eli, appreciate you guys coming on. It's been awesome having you guys on. It's been great to be able to see this. And I can't believe you said at the end of the year. That means in less than 5 months, we're going to get some sort of access to the game. So that's massive. I don't think people realize less than 5 months. I mean, we're this close to being able to finally get our hands on this. And I think, yeah, we're going to get the win game. Well, guess what? It's coming in the next 5 months.
Eli, guys, probably sooner than that. And all the trailer footage, I'll take the credit. I messed up. I sent George the one without the audio. So guys, that's on me. But everything you saw in that trailer is stuff that we've already developed, gameplay that's already possible within the world. So it's not anything looking forward looking. Actually, that snapshots are development about a year ago. So you can only imagine what's possible now.
Say no more, man. Eli, what's the epic wish list? Give us the alpha to make sure that we all go hit wish now.
Guys, you'll want to jump in because with this next release, ahead of the gameplay, we're going to start doing stuff like having some token drops and NFT drops or different unique rewards that you can only get from accessing the game. The game is completely free. You can jump on the Epic Game Store now, download it completely free. You don't need any assets. There's no gating. You can jump in and check out the world right now. So make sure you guys do that. Epic Game Store. Throw it on the wish list as well. Promote Web3. Web3. Let's support Web3.
All right, guys. Kev, it's been awesome having you on.
Thank you,
Eli,
guys.
It's been great. Till the next time, we got to run this back. And next time, we got to be in the game in combat, bro. And we got to put some money on it too as well, because I'm a competitive guy, man. I don't like losing, man. So I'm telling you, we're going to run it back, and we'll definitely be streaming.
Kevin and George deathmatch.
For sure.
Guys. Yeah.
Don't say no more, man. I'm in. All right.